On this channel, we explore concepts and clinical reasoning in medicine in a simple and systematic way. Let's get started. Now we will discuss the differences in hypertension therapy between younger and older adults. Hypertension management differs significantly between younger adults and older adults because the underlying pathophysiology, vascular characteristic, comorbidities, drug tolerability, and therapy's goal are not the same. Although blood pressure control is important in all age groups, the selection of antihypertensive therapy and treatment targets must be individualized according to age-related physiological changes and overall cardiovascular risk. In younger adults, hypertension is often characterized by increased sympathetic nervous system activity, elevated renin secretion, and increased peripheral vascular resistance. Many younger patients develop so-called high renin hypertension, making renin-angiotensin system blockade particularly effective. Common causes of hypertension in younger individuals include obesity, stress, high salt intake, smoking, metabolic syndrome, and occasionally secondary hypertension, such as renal disease or endocrine disorders. Because younger patients generally have more elastic arteries and fewer comorbidities, they usually tolerate aggressive blood pressure lowering better than older adults. Therapeutic strategies in younger adults commonly priority. Lifestyle modification as the first line foundation. Early prevention of long-term cardiovascular damage, more intensive blood pressure control, and long-term organ protection. Medications frequently preferred in younger patients include losartan or other ARBs, lisinopril or other ACE inhibitors, beta blocker in selective situations such as tachycardias, migraine, and hyperadrenergic states. ACE inhibitors and ARBs are often highly effective because they directly suppress the renin-angiotensin-aldosterone system, which tend to be more active in younger individuals. These agents also provide long-term renal and cardiovascular protection. Younger adults can usually tolerate lower blood pressure targets, commonly aiming for less than 130/80 in high-risk individuals, around 120 until 129 systolic in selected patients if tolerated. Hypertension in older adults is physiologically different. Aging causes arterial stiffening, endothelial dysfunction, vascular calcification, and reduced arterial compliance. As a result, isolated systolic hypertension becomes more common, characterized by elevated systolic pressure with relatively normal or low diastolic pressure. Older patients also frequently have chronic kidney disease, coronary artery disease, heart failure, diabetes mellitus, frailty, orthostatic hypotension, and polypharmacy. Because of these complexities, antihypertensive therapy in older adults must balance cardiovascular protection against the risk of overtreatment. Treatment goals in elderly patients focus on preventing stroke and heart failure, preserving functional status and quality of life, avoiding dizziness, falls, syncope, and kidney injury, and using gradual blood pressure reduction. Preferred medication in older adults often include amlodipine and other calcium channel blockers, thiazide, or thiazide-like diuretics, ARBs or ACE inhibitors when indicated for CKD, diabetes, or heart failure. Calcium channel blockers are particularly effective in elderly patients because they reduce vascular stiffness and isolated systolic hypertension. Diuretics are also highly effective due to the salt-sensitive nature of hypertension in aging populations. However, although older adults are more susceptible to orthostatic hypotension, electrolyte imbalance, acute kidney injury, drug interactions, and excessive blood pressure reduction. Therefore, therapy should usually start with lower doses and gradual situation. Blood pressure targets in older adults are generally less aggressive, often less than 140/90, sometimes 130 until 139 systolic if tolerated. Individualization is essential in frail elderly patients. Modern hypertension management emphasizes individualized therapy rather than age alone. In younger patients, treatment focuses on aggressive prevention of future cardiovascular and renal disease. In contrast, therapy in older adults prioritizes safety, tolerability, preservation of independence, and prevention of complications such as stroke and falls. Importantly, chronological age should not be the sole determinant of therapy. Functional status, frailty, kidney function, cardiovascular risk, and patient tolerance are equally important when choosing antihypertensive treatment. Another important distinction between hypertensive therapy in younger and adult is medication adherence and therapeutic tolerance over time. Younger patients often require lifelong treatment because hypertension may begin decades before cardiovascular complications appear. Therefore, therapies with favorable long-term tolerability, renal protection, and metabolic neutrality are preferred to improve adherence and reduce cumulative organ damage. In contrast, older adults frequently experience fluctuating blood pressure, multiple chronic illness, cognitive decline, and higher sensitivity to adverse drug reactions, making simplified treatment regimens especially important. In elderly patients, clinicians must regularly reassess medication necessity, monitor for drug-related complications, and avoid excessive blood pressure lowering that may impair cerebral perfusion and increase the risk of falls, frailty, and hospitalization. Thank you for following this discussion. In clinical practice, what matters is not just what we know, but how we think. See you in the next discussion.